Hi guys, welcome back. This is Purnima from Besant Technologies. Today we are going to see about TestNG annotations, listeners and parallel execution. Okay. So what is TestNG annotations are test and at find and annotation. So many annotations are available in TestNG. It is very useful. TestNG annotations. We'll see what are all the type of annotations and its descriptions. Okay. At before suit will run each and every suit of a test. Okay, let's say for example in a class you have two test annotations, and in another class you have another two test annotations, and you have combined this particular two classes in the same package, so it will call it as a test suite. So at before suit, if you give, it will run before the suit. After suit is like after that particular suit it will run. Okay, and before class is like for each and every class it will run, and before test is like before each and every test, and after each and every test it will run. Before groups is like if you give some groups, built-in groups inside this, and before that groups it will run the set of code what you have what you are going to give inside this annotation. After group, same way after group. Before method is like after the attest annotation, what and all the method you give, that method after each and every method it will run. Okay, data provider, if you are providing any data, see here marks as a method as applying data for a test method. If you are giving any data for test method, it will take as a object and return as an object. Okay, so to provide the particular data you will be using data provider. And factory, if you are using any marks this particular method as a factory, that returns the object that will be used by TestNG as test classes. The method must return object type value. It should return whatever the method you are writing inside the at factory annotation, it should return the object type. Okay, now we are going to see two different annotation. I'll show you. See, I have one test here. I have one test here, another test. Another test, what I'm going to do, I will copy paste any of the test. Okay, okay, this is another one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, at before test, one more annotation I'm going to write. Okay, at before test. Inside this, what I'm going to write, I'll write some public driver initialization. Okay, okay, inside driver initialization, what I'm going to give, I'm giving this. Both these things, so you don't have to give it inside. Okay, this also I can give. So this type system.set property and driver.get, and that URL I'm going to give. Now after test. Okay, tear down driver dot close. Okay, okay. Now if you run this program, let's see what happens. This is what the two annotations I have used. Okay, so let's see what happens. First it have just open the driver in Chrome driver, username and password login, and it should close the driver. It closed the driver, and again it has to open the driver. Okay, log into Twitter and close the drive. Got it? So you don't have to give twice in those programs. You got it? See here, failure 0, passed this test. So this is how you can give annotation. Next, what is the next topic we have? Listeners. Okay, listeners, I'll tell you what is listeners. Listeners are nothing but it will listen the browser operation, what and all you performed as a script. It will listen all the operation and it will take an action accordingly. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to create new package called listener. Okay, inside that listener I will be having new class called implement listener. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to implement I test listener. I test listener is a type of listener. Okay, I test listener. Okay, so this will show you error. What is that? Add unimplemented methods. You have to add all the unimplemented methods. So what it will show you what and all the unimplemented methods which is there in iTest listener. So what you have to do, you have to give corresponding events at the classes, what you have to do, what you want to do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create on test start. Whenever the test starts, instead of giving into here in at before test and at after test. Okay, on test start, instead of before starting this WebDriver space this one before test, what I'm going to give it here, I'll just type some sysO statement. Okay, sysO statement and test starter. Okay, yeah, on test success, I'm going to write test is successful. Okay, test is successful. On test failure, what I'm going to do, I'm going to if the driver get fails, that time what I'm going to do, I'm going to close that particular driver. Okay, remaining thing, if you want to implement, you can implement. If you don't want to implement, you can leave it like that. Okay, got it. Each and everything will have a separate object and built-in methods within that. Okay, so now if I make one test, okay, before it closes, I will make one test failed, assert dot. See, these and all the so many different assert statement you have for validations. Okay, so I as I told you, I will cover asserts here. See, these and all the assert equal types, assert throws, assert same, these and all the types you have. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to voluntarily make this particular test case fail. Okay, assert dot fail. So whenever this test comes, it will fail, so that it will not perform the upcoming events or the methods whatever you have given. So what it will show, it's like whenever this test fails, it will go listen this particular operation and it will just execute this on test failure method. Okay, now I'm going to, this is the implement listener one. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to implement the itest listener here. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do, import space listener dot, sorry, okay, I have imported this particular statement. Okay, now at listener I have to give. Okay, implement listener, just a sec. At listener I have to give inside this. Okay, just to copy this, I'm going to give this, copy. After all import statement, you have to give this. At this is the class level you are going to handle. So copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay, now okay, this is not actually page loader dot basic URL launch. Is this the one? No, right? What is the one you have? Listener dot. Okay, let me change this package name. Okay, because it is just confusing me. Generics. Just a sec. Just a second. Okay, listener ex. Okay, now if I start with listeners, inside this listener example dot sorry, just a minute, dot class. Yeah, done now. Okay, sorry. Now can we run this program? Are we ready? Yes, we are running this program. So in this topic we covered listener, assert statements along with the annotation. Okay, let me see what it is doing. It is running Facebook. It's running something and this test got passed. Okay, now again it is going to run another test. So earlier you could have observed if the test gets failed, it will not close the browser. So now okay, we got this exception. This got failed. Passed. Test is successful. Test is started. Okay, now again we got this type of this. Once you get, if the test get failed, okay. Why it doesn't perform as like we need to give system.set property that we didn't give, right? So that's why it didn't perform. Okay. Now let me do this. Copy and paste it in. Control-S. Now again if you run this program, we'll see. So what and all the Chrome's instances gets opened, everything will get closed now. Okay, let's see. First test got opened. Test started that message it has given. Now test is successful. Again another test got started. Okay. 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 Test is successful. Test is logged. Assessment dot failed. Okay. So just a minute. Okay. Okay. I actually it got implemented, but why it got closed? It didn't get closed. Okay. Okay, it should get closed. Okay, before it gets done, what I'm going to do, sorry, I'm just going to remove this. Okay, so let me see, like, just to check whether the particular thing is so working fine or not. Control X, on test success, on test failed but within success percentage, on start, on finish. Okay, now let me run. Let me run this. Listeners are getting implemented. That's why we are getting this particular message: test started, test completed, and all. Let me see, first of all, what it is doing. Okay, you got it. Before you give, what is that? Add test or test initialization only you have given, but see here, this is the only one is left out and another browser got closed. You got it. So whenever the test gets finishes, the another one, this function get calls and it will just close the browsers which are all opened. Okay, you got it. Yeah, thank you everyone. It is like with the implementation of list. One more topic I forgot to take. Just a sec, just a minute. I will just take. So, okay, from here, am I getting another one? Yes. So, from here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on TestNG, create, convert to TestNG, I'm going to do. So, this is for parallel execution, okay? So, if you click on it, before that, you shouldn't have any testng.xml files with you. So, I'm going to delete everything. Okay, so I deleted. And make sure you should not be having any testng like this. Okay, so if you open this particular testng, you have this thread count. So what you have to do, you have to give 2, just give 2. It is like parallel execution as can be performed and the name is equal to test. Okay, and thread count is equal to uh, test. Okay, sorry, just a minute. this parameter you have to give. Parameter is nothing but closing this browser. Parallel is equal to test. So if you give test, it is like for each and everything it will give you like for each and everything it will perform test wise. You got it? Suit wise is like you can implement these particular parallel execution with two types. One is like you can give uh, you can implement this with test level, or you can implement this with suit level. Okay, test I have given thread count is equal to 2, name is equal to test, parallel equal to test, and class is inside class I have given. So another test, if I give thread count I have given, now you have to run this particular testng.xml and see what it is doing. Okay, just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. Okay, thread count is equal to 2, name is equal to, this is what the test one. Now one more test I will give. Okay, copy, one more test also I am going to give. Okay, one more test. Here I will remove all these parameters. Okay, just a minute. Okay, inside this I have given classes. Okay, inside this classes I will give another class as well. Okay, one more class what we can give is like launch URL. I will give that one. So okay, this class name is like class space name is equal to double quotes inside this package name dot class name. Okay, basic URL launch dot launch URL. Okay, okay, so let's see if it runs, what and all the test it will run. You will be able to see now. No class definition found error. It should run successfully. Test started, test started. See here, two browsers got opened and two browsers are running simultaneously. One is facebook.com, one is the twitter.com. You got it? You are getting right. You are getting it right. So this is what you have to perform the actions. Okay. This is what you have to perform the parallel execution. So these are all the main topics of Selenium. All those things are covered successfully. If you guys have any issues or any doubts or anything, you can reach out to me. Okay. This failures too, why failures too, we have given asset.fail. That is why it got failed. Okay. That is what this is how you have to run. This is how you have to implement parallel execution in Selenium. Okay. Today what and all we have covered: TestNG annotations, listeners, parallel execution. Yeah, all these topics in between, assertion also we have covered. Okay, assertions. Okay, so we have covered all these topics. With this, Selenium gets over. Thank you so much, thank you so much, guys, for your patience, and I hope you guys like my video. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in another course.